did have a difficult childhood. No child should go through anything that I went through. So we did go to church as kids. We went a few times a year. I remember memorizing this little booklet of prayers, and I was so proud that I remembered them all. And I did believe in God as a child, even through all the abuse. I guess I didn't even understand that it was abuse. It was all I knew. Then when I was 15, I lost my dad. After my dad passed away, I continued to go to church on my own, even got confirmed when I was 18, and I had questions about God and about my life and all of these things that had happened when I was a child, and I didn't have anyone to go to. There was no one to turn to ask questions. So I kind of just stopped going to church as much. Then when I was 23, I lost my little brother. He was only 19. The priest at the funeral mass, he said something that in that moment completely destroyed me. He said that God needed my brother more than I did. I was done with God right in that exact moment. I wanted nothing to do with him. If God was real, why did he take my brother? Why did he need him more than I did? I was completely alone in this world. No one to turn to for anything. They say a difficult childhood leads to a difficult adult life. And for me, that was an understatement. I was in a world of trouble. I was in my late 30s, and I met this woman that she was trying to help me with some of the things I'd gotten into, some of the trouble I had gotten myself into. And she invited me to an Alpha course. And I don't know why, but I said yes. And I only went to about half of the sessions. I didn't participate when I was there even. And then at that Alpha course, I met another woman who invited me to church. And again, I don't know why, but I said yes. And I came here to Peace Tower Church. I came to church for the first time in almost 2 decades. Walking into the church that day for the first time, so overwhelmed. And I walked in and all this music was playing. I guess I was just blown away. It was so different from anything I'd ever seen growing up, going to a Catholic church. I remember thinking, wow, if they have music like this all the time, maybe I would come back. Those 2 women, they said to me, you just keep coming back and you'll figure it out. Over a year and a half later, still God and my brother and my past, they were like this. They were so intertwined. I couldn't separate it. But I took that Alpha course again in 2017. And that Alpha course, I was able to ask questions and hear the answers. For the first time, I was able to separate my past and God. I was able to separate it. I was able to see God, and I was able to look back at my whole life. I could see where God was there. I could see where there were situations that could have been so much worse, and I was protected and I was loved. And I guess I've just never turned back ever since. The first Bible verse I ever memorized, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. That just spoke to me in a way that I can't even describe. Sorry. everything changed. Everything changed for me. Coming to church, being a part of this community, having God in my life, knowing that I can go to Him for anything, for everything, any time of the day, no matter what I'm doing. It gives me a peace, and I'm on the other side of all of that hurt, all of that trauma. I'm okay, and I forgive, and I know that I'm forgiven. I am a loved child of God, and I have been made free.